Y'all ready to get funky?
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is 2 minutes to 12 right here in the British Isles. It is 2 minutes to 1 if you happen to be on Central European summertime. If you're one of the brave fellows in the US, it's most likely 2 minutes to 7 in the morning if you're on the East Coast. And if you are indeed up at that time, then you are certainly dedicated, sir. Dedicated to esports. My name is Totalbiscuit.
And I am Diapollo. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, yes. We've got some tournament action coming up for you. And I'm looking forward to these games, definitely.
Well, day number 2, always going to provide the best set of games.
Oh, yes.
This is now cutting the crunch, the cream of the crop players. We're now going to go into basically TLO, Liquid TLO versus Alternate Attack SCi3. Is going to be our first game today. Obviously, straight after that, we will be going into DDE versus White Raw, which is also going to be another fantastic game. But to be honest, both games are going to prove to be an exciting round of series, definitely. Yep,
no real doubt about that one. I'm certainly looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good set of games. I really think that, I think that everybody's really kind of expecting the Protoss players to come out on top. But I think that TLO and DD do have shots to winning.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. There is no doubt about that whatsoever.
Definitely.
Especially when you're talking about TLO, because people keep forgetting about that event just 2 weeks ago, the WCG Germany, where he went up against SCi3, and it was 3-2, and it was incredibly close. Yeah. And TLO has had 2 more weeks to prepare. He's been practicing hard. He knew the bracket he was in. He's known for over a week. He knew that it was very likely he would face up against either SCi3 or Demaga. And those are both players that in recent real tournaments, proper offline events, he has taken games from and has had close series with. So I think TLO is certainly on the strongest form he's been for months. He really is on the comeback from injury, and I think TLO's got an absolute shot at this. In fact, it would not surprise me to see TLO take this series. I would expect it to be close, but it would not surprise me to see TLO take it and go into the finals.
Yeah, I mean, well, TLO's I think his hardest matchup in the entire tournament, it was always going to be against Destiny. Terran versus Zerg is difficult in itself. Everybody has trouble within that matchup. And TLO is his preferred matchup is always going to be against Protoss, despite it being SCi3, who's an absolutely fantastic Protoss player. We've mentioned very up and coming over the last 12 months or so, has really shot up to the highest level. And I think that TLO's best chance is going to be today to really get his name back to where it used to be. Everybody was so fascinated with TLO being in Korea, playing in the GSL, and then ever since he got chickenpox in Korea, which kind of led to a bit of a downfall, and then followed by RSI or carpal tunnel. It then kind of fell down again, but now, like you mentioned, he's up and coming once again back to his former glory. Will this be the tournament that can sell it? Because to be honest, on paper, TLO has not done anything recently, and that's the honest truth. He's had a few results here and there, such as beating, I think it was, not Killer, sorry, I got Tester, sorry.
Tester.
Or Tester or Killer in the MLG, sorry. He managed to beat him, which was a pretty decent result. And that was Protoss once again. Aside from that, he managed to take a game off Liquid Hero as well. That guy is one of the best in the world, no doubt about it. Liquid have got a star there with Hero. And TLO beat him, which shows us that he's capable of winning games against anybody, and especially against Protoss.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. TLO versus SCi3 will be the first matchup, in fact, and then the second matchup, it will be White Raw versus DDE. And once again, there are some people that are saying, it's going to be a whitewash, and no, I don't think it is. It's DDE. Have you seen DDE's TVP? Oh my God.
Yeah,
it is terrifying. Bear in mind that he was the second place in SCi2, 4-3 in the finals against SCi3, who was the eventual champion. So consider just how good his TVP actually is. He is scary. He decimated Bling in the round of 8. He did so very well there.
Beat Moro as well in his TV Zerg, showing that he's not just strong in that one matchup. And then went into the finals versus SCi3, the incredible 4-3 series we saw, which kept everybody awake until incredibly late.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it was a good series. It was a very, very good series indeed. And then, of course, we have the bronze match after that. So that's going to be the 3rd and 4th place matchup. And that's kind of important because if you're 3rd place, you get double the money that the 4th place guy does. So that's going to be a good fight, no doubt about that. We'll see if that ends up being a TBT. It could end up being TLO versus DDE. and then we could end up with the PvP finals. I have to say, on personal bias, I don't really want a PvP finals. As much as I like these guys, I want to see a TvP finals. I find that more exciting.
Definitely. I mean, TvP is always the better matchup to kind of play. I guess it's personal preference, and I think the personal preference is a little bit in favor of a TvP final for the majority of people listening and obviously playing as well. Nobody really wants to play a big final, and I'm sure that SCi3 and White Raw don't really want to play a PvP final for a lot of money on the line. And, you know, there is that factor of luck here and there, the rock, paper, scissors with what build you choose. And it's a lot more heavily with the luck, to be honest, rather than TvP, a lot more about your macro, your mechanics, your multitasking, and so on and so on.
Yep. Well, while we wait for SCi3 to join this, there were actually jokes that Germans are not mourning people. Well, I don't know. I don't know how many Germans got watching the stream. I hope we have a lot, because one of the Germans is going to be in the final. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. This is a German on German right here. TLO versus SCi3. Then, of course, it will be the Canadian versus the Ukrainian in the second matchup. And this is a good time to tell you about a few things. First thing, of course, being our virtual stadium contest, which...
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we showed you a lot of stuff from that yesterday. And what you do is you post a picture of you and your friends, or indeed just you if you want to be forever alone with everybody else. Don't worry, you're forever alone with 25,000 other people, so it's not as forever alone as you could be. And you post the picture over on facebook.com/cynicalbrit. That is facebook.com/cynicalbrit. And the best 5 are going to be receiving 1 hour coaching lesson from Dear Apollo, and the best one overall gets not only that, but a peripheral of their choice. So, Black Widow keyboard if you're fancying something like that. Maybe you want a SteelSeries SCi mouse. Maybe you want one of those nice, what's that, Razer Banshee headsets or something like that.
Razer Banshee headsets.
They're pretty baller. They're pretty baller. That's the same ones they're using the GSL. We'll get you one, whatever you want.
Pretty cool, actually. I actually have a Razer Banshee headset, obviously been tuned into, sponsored by Razer. I'm going to have their equipment. That's really good, and it's not good just for gaming too. It's actually got a really good sound in it as well when you're watching films, movies.
I've been told that's like the best piece of StarCraft related kit they did. Because the keyboard is apparently not all that great.
I don't like the keyboard, to be honest.
I think people are very, very honest about the keyboard. I, on the other hand, are using a Razer mouse on a SteelSeries mouse pad.
Traitor.
So it's a meeting of the enemies right here. And you're using a SteelSeries mouse, my SteelSeries mouse, on my World of Tanks mouse pad, which is
it looks a bit like a Death Adder. It's really weird, this SteelSeries mouse.
Oh, the SCi, the SCi's pretty good mouse.
Cool,
I don't like using it on my desktop. I like using it on the laptop for some reason. It seems to be pretty good. Also, apparently, TLO actually uses a Marauder. I don't know how, but yes, TLO uses a Razer Marauder. He's listening to the stream right now.
That's the keyboard, the macro keys.
Yep.
Yeah, I prefer Black Widow as well. That's the mechanical keyboard, the one that sounds pretty loud.
Yeah.
I've actually had like students, and obviously people that could be students of mine, that have the mechanical keyboard, and it is really difficult sometimes to actually coach, because it's like all you can hear is like, and that's like hammering away because of that mechanical keyboard.
Yeah, well, you listen to Destiny's stream. There was this joke that he actually
mic'd
mic'd up his keyboard, that he stuck a mic underneath the keyboard, and that's why you get the clickety all the time. But yeah, that's a little bit scary. And also, we'd like to remind you about tinyurl.com/SCi3 page. That's tinyurl.com/SCi3 page. And that's the link through to the Cynical Brit Shoutcraft Invitational 3 page, which has got links to the tip jars for the players, as well as the option to donate, and of course to find out information on what's going on with the tournament. And remember that if you do subscribe to the stream, which you can do for only $5 a month, that is basically you donating to the stream every month to support future tournaments, and you get ad-free viewing on everything that happens on this channel, as well as a Battlecruiser badge. And if you so desire, the option to play a show match against me at the end of every stream, which
a lot of people crave.
They actually do, yeah. We get about 400, 500 people trying to do it every stream. It's pretty crazy. I remember I actually fought this Bronze League guy, and I went Zerg, and I have no idea what Zerg is. And I thought his Colossus were hallucinations. I'm the opposite to Idra.
Thinking too deep.
Yeah, I assumed the Colossus were hallucinations, and then he killed me with them. It was pretty horrible. I'm so bad with Zerg, it's not even funny. I did go Protoss against a Bronze League going Mothership Carrier Rushed. It was pretty good. I can do Protoss, but not Zerg. Not Zerg. The mechanics just scare me. They are weird. Right, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, are you ready for some StarCraft action? These guys are.
TLO's ready and SCi3 is ready. The first map is going to be on Shakira's Plateau. This best of 5 once again between these two German players.
Oh, yes, it is.
meeting once again, as you mentioned. WCG just only a few weeks away, or a few weeks ago, rather. And they do meet once again in the StarCraft Invitational on number 3.
Indeed they do. Let's start the countdown, shall we? I see no reason to delay any further. And here's hoping the scoreboard is in the right order this time. Otherwise, of course, you will hear, it's like, why does the sound stop? That is me alt-tabbing out of the game to change the scoreboard colors. There you go. And here we go. Should be a good matchup. I certainly hope so.
Definitely will be.
See which of these is more awake in the morning. Guess we're about to find out.
Who's had their German coffee?
Who has had their German
and their
coffee?
German sausage.
Currywurst.
Currywurst.
Yeah, which I did not manage to have while I was in Cologne. That was upsetting to me. That was the one thing I wanted to get while I was there, some Currywurst Express, and I never got it. And that makes me a sad person. What can I say? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is the round of 4 of the StarCraft Invitational number 3, commentated by myself, Totalbiscuit.
And myself, Diapollo.
And I bring you our first contestant of the day, one of 2 Protoss remaining in this particular tournament. The champion of StarCraft Invitational number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it is